Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse. And today we're gonna do something a little bit IT related because I set up this NAS out in my data center. Well, it's not a NAS anymore because I installed Proxmox on it, so it's a hypervisor. But I didn't get very much further than that. I installed Proxmox and pfSense, and then I tried to move and then I installed a server 2025 on it just to try that out. I need to start moving the stuff that I really use over there. So at the moment it's just running there. I have been in there, I've just updated it to the latest and the greatest, which apparently is Proxmox 3.2. I updated it and it changed from 8.22 to 8.32. I guess that's the latest and the greatest. Proxmox has this new feature. It's not that old, but you can mount a VMware disk drive on it. So if you have a running VMware environment, you can mount a VMware on it, and it can see all those virtual machines, and you can import them over to Proxmox. So I have my editing server over there that I want to try and move over and see if I can get that up and running. My editing server is one of the machines that I use by far the most on my server. All of these videos are being rendered out through the editing server, and I use the editing server. I can remotely go into it from all over the world, and I edit my videos and I render them out and I publish them this way. So I really like that virtual machine that does my editing, so it's very important for me to not to mess that up. At the moment I'm backing up some stuff that is on the editing server because I have some videos that have been completed and they're still on the editing server, so I'm backing them up. Over here I have a NAS, and in the data center I have another NAS, and I'm distributing them out to these two NASs to have a backup because it takes a long time to migrate this data, and it's really no reason to migrate data that can just be copied away and it will be fine. It's dead data, and it doesn't matter if it's there or if it's not there. But I have the latest project, the video that you saw on Tuesday. I'm gonna leave that there because let's go to the computer. Okay, here we are at the computer, just me, but if I press here, then we see what I'm doing. I'm copying over my data from here. This is my editing server. It has a shared drive that this is on. So I'm leaving that one. I'm leaving that to do a bit of testing. That thing is something, I think I have a backup of it somewhere. It's quite big, so I'm not gonna copy that over. And this is over on my NAS where I back up all of my videos. So it's quite the backup, all the way from the very first video to the very at the moment videos. So yeah, I'm backing that up. We don't need to see that anymore. We can move that out of the way. I'm backing them up to one NAS, and then when that is done, I'm gonna be removing them over or moving them to the other NAS, which is the one that it's kind of making noises here in the background. So here I have the Proxmox server, which is that TerraMaster F8 SSD that I've put in the data center. It's a tiny little box. It's very power efficient, and it doesn't means that it doesn't use much power, but it has a good, meaningful CPU in there. We can kind of see it here. It has this CPU there, which is pretty nice. It does really well in benchmarking. So my big wish is that I still have a good server for editing my videos on,
And if I just take this and drag that over here, we can see my editing server. I rendered this video out last night. This is the one that you're gonna be seeing Tuesday. It's about battery balancer. I have a very special battery balancer that I purchased for just this video. And you can kind of see that took 43 minutes and 24 seconds. And that's on my enterprise server in the data center. And I want to try and move the editing server over and see how long it takes to do this rendering. So now we have recorded it, and I would be able to go back. I better write it down somewhere how long that took. I could take a snapshot of that, couldn't I? I'm gonna do that. Okay, I have a snapshot of it. I don't know if you know this snapping tool. I quite use it a lot, so I'm just gonna save that somewhere. Pictures, marvelous. Save. Good. That is done. Okay, so while we're copying data, I seem to have lost my VMware drive over on the Proxmox server. If we go up here on the storage, it's not there anymore. I haven't got a clue where it's gone to. Maybe it disappears if the drive disappears or something. So I think we'll need to add that again, and it's down here at the bottom. And then we need to put in ID. Build is required. Okay, so we're gonna call it VMware. And I'll find the rest of these things so that we can put those in as well. Okay, I think these are the numbers. We're gonna skip that one. Add. Are we gonna? Oh, and it just made that. Okay, cool. So now we have it over here, and we can see all my machines. So now I just need to figure out which one is mine. That's a good guess. Yeah, I think we're ready for. I need to start copying to the other NAS. I got sidetracked. Oh, another sidetrack. I'm now on Blue Sky social media thingy. I'm here. I'm at my PlayHouse. So yeah, if you want to join me there, that's an option. I do not use Twitter/X very much anymore. Yeah, so if you want to jump ship with me over here, go right ahead. I will see if I can remember to add it in the description. But that would be awesome. I need more followers. I have 18 at the moment. And now I'm moving about 100 gigabytes. Just under 100 gigabytes for 6 videos. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. I only have a 1 gigabit connection to my computer here, and yeah, it's not running full throttle. I'm using the computer, and I think it's running 2 times of forth and back over the same wire. Never mind. Okay, my copying is done. Now I only have the newest video, and I have the projects thingy, so that part is fine. We can then we're gonna shut down the machine here. I have also backed up the last file. I came to think of it, if I really mess up, I don't really want to edit that video again. So I've uploaded it to YouTube, so it's ready to go on Tuesday-ish. I still need to do a little bit of here and there, but yeah, kind of it's good to go. And I have backed it up to both of the NASes. So if I really mess up and I have to reinstall everything, well, I don't have to redo the video. That's like 3 hours of work saved right there, right? So yeah, so we can shut this machine down. Shut down, and this is planned. We are planning this, so shutting down. That's good to go. So now we should be able to import this one. I'll just give it a few seconds to make sure that it is down and gone. Yeah, that's probably plenty. So let's, and I have looked, it is that machine. So let's import that. The CD-ROM cannot be imported. I think I'll live with that. And it will give it that number. That is awesome. It will give it that name. That should be good. It has found number of cores. It's gonna be an issue. I don't think we have that many cores, so we might have to go down a little bit on those. Is it? No, I have 8 cores. Yeah, we're gonna go that way. Amount of RAM. That is all the RAM. Yeah, we're gonna make that a bit smaller, aren't we? Yeah, 16 gigabytes. Okay, 16 gigabytes. And that's where we're gonna store it. CPU type. Yeah, let's just leave it where it is. And import. This is probably gonna take a little bit. So yeah, transferring. Well, it's starting with 60 gigabyte. I do believe there is more than one drive, so probably it's gonna do this first 16 gigabyte drive, and then it's gonna do, there's a 200 gigabyte drive. There isn't anything on it, but it might take just as long. But yeah, you're not gonna have to wait for that. We're gonna skip. I'm gonna start again if there's anything interesting going on. Okay, it did exactly that. It completed the boot drive, the 60 gigabytes here, and then it continued, and it's copying over these 200 gigabytes, on which there is not much, but yeah, I think it copies the raw data. It should do it quite quickly because it's on a good network connection, but it doesn't seem like it's it seems to be reporting every 2 gigabytes. It does go quite quickly, so I do think we have a good connection between them, so it might not take this long, as I was afraid of. So I might be able to test this sooner than expected. Oh dear, it finished without me. I was sitting here and waiting for it to update, and then I realized that it had cheated me out of the ending. So I thought it was dead, but it wasn't dead. It was just done. So okay, we have got a new PC or virtual machine over here. That one. So we can go in and we can see that. I'll just check out if everything looks good before we turn it on. Hardware view, 16 gigabyte of RAM, 8 CPUs. That it's emulating a processor, might be the same processor as it came from. We have a BIOS, default. Yeah, let's see if it will boot with this, or if we have to go in and do any changes. Sometimes let's look at what we have with this machine. Oh, this one I've updated with different stuff. Okay, that's not gonna fly. So let's do the console there and start now. And see what happens. It tries to start server 2029. Sorry, 2019, not 2029. A little bit ahead of time here. I do really like this. where it actually shows that something is going on, that it's doing stuff. And I get a little bit nervous every time that it stops. Did it kill itself? Or am I just impatient? So I'm sure Windows has realized that it has got new hardware. It's probably gonna complain about everything. Maybe even it wants its license back or something. This does for sure take longer than normal. I'm ready. I'm not ready. Oh. That's not good. So what is it complaining about? For information about blah 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 blah. Oh. Okay, it did not work. So I've had an issue before that it didn't like this LSI controller. So I went in and I picked another, I think it was this migrate thingy. I picked that one. And let's see if it likes that, or if I screwed everything up. That option is still open to me. So, yeah. It's getting ready. And it booted. Or did it? Oh, there we are. Let's see how that looks. We need to click there, and there, and there, and then we need to log in. We need to remember our password. Sounds good. Okay, so very interesting. It's just that it's not activated, so I might run into licensing trouble there. Oh, my editing program has a winter sale. Look at that. Yeah, I should upgrade. I'm running on a version 16, and they want me to do almost version 25. But, go away. Okay, so that part is working, but I usually remote desktop into this machine. I don't. So let's move this out of the way. Okay, I got in. So maximize. So it kind of looks normal. And now I want to see if it will render my video, which is the big thing here. So the editing program is there. But if we go to my computer here, and then there should be, where's my V drive? My hard drive is missing. It got the CD-ROM drive, but that 200 gigabyte drive. Let's see. Is it there at all? No. Okay, I managed, after a little bit of fiddling around, I got my V drive here, where my project and my 1455 video is located, and I got a new great offer on the winter sale. Go away. It's only $39. I should really buy it. Yeah, what I did. Let's go back here. I shut the machine down, turned it off, and then I took the this hard drive, which is the one. You see, it's the 200 gigabyte drive, and I when I select that, I can detach it. So I detached it, and then I could go in and I could edit it. I don't know if we edit it now. We don't get many options. There's next to nothing, so we can't do anything while it's attached. But when you detach it, I just pick something else. So instead of the boot drive is running SCSI 0, and now this one, and now the 200 gigabyte is running SATA. And yeah, my experience is that SATA, it doesn't really go wrong. There is plenty of good ways to optimize this, I am sure. At the moment, I am mainly wanna see this running. So better performance later. So let's see if I can edit a video here. So I'm gonna close this down and I'm gonna remote desktop into it. There. Connect. There. I'm sure I could do some better drivers and stuff. So let's go in here and let's start the project. Let's see if that, let's see, Movie Studio 16, 2019. So I'm a little bit behind, I must admit. So this seems normal. When you look at this, we can go in and we can see it takes the video files. This is the video file, and it makes some buffering. It makes a couple of files that makes it easier. So it's not, this is 4K footage, but it what do you call that? It caches it in a more manageable format. So if you have a big file like that, you'll have two smaller files that it does when I put the video in there first time, and it will create those two smaller files, which are the ones that I'll be editing in. So I will try and export this to see how that goes. And that we do up here, make movie, and that one, and that one. And we are selecting the same one as usual. And then we're just gonna call it something else, B for test. And then I'm gonna be very curious on how long this takes. Oh, my mistake. It's down here, we wanna call it B. There. Just got nervous there. So, yeah, it's editing my video on that tiny little box. Fascinating. We don't have to watch it though. So let's go see what the. So now the Proxmox should be really busy. Let's see. Yep, it's in crisis here. 98.33 something percent. Yep, that's working hard. We are using a lot of the RAM, 16 gigabytes. It's a little bit, the other machine on the other server had 32 gigabytes of RAM, so it does have a little bit less. I could give it some more RAM. I do have a little bit to spare, like 24 gigabytes or something. But the other machines are also using some. I don't have ballooning installed on this machine yet, so it's not able to release the RAM if I. Oh yeah, then it updated over here. Oh dear, I'm in the way. I can move this a little bit so you can better see. Yeah. So it went up, but yeah, this is gonna be very interesting to see if it does this. I am talking. I can see that it's not going as quickly as it usually does. So it's probably gonna be an hour and something. So I can't waffle for that long. So well, 1%. So I'll drop back in when something interesting happens. Okay, I've had some time to lean back here because this is taking quite a while. It's still working on it. You can see the processor is on high, and if I the little Snapchat, or what you call it, I took a picture of how long it took. 43 minutes and 24 seconds was what the my main server used to render this out. And if we open this, we can see that yeah, we have used more time than that already, and there's like an hour and 24 minutes to go. So yeah, it's not as fast as the server that I'm running right now, but I'm very curious if it works. Sometimes I don't actually give a flying F of how long it takes. If I can shut down the main server and just use this one, it's okay. It takes 3 times as long. It will save me a bunch of money on my electric bill. But yeah, let's just see how long it exactly takes. It's gonna be 2.5 hours at least, I think. So okay, this is actually running really well. It isn't done yet, but you can see it's working on it full time. And well, I have found the 2 CPUs here. I'll probably make this a tiny bit bigger. This is the one that is running on the Proxmox server, and it scores just around 10,000 in CPU benchmark. And the Intel Xeon Gold that is running on the other server has 18 cores, and it's like a little bit more than 3 times as fast. So there is no doubt that it should also take a little bit more than 3 times as long as to render out the video. And that seems to be just about true. So let's see, yeah, it's almost done. We're at 99%. 40 seconds to go. And it's about 2 hours and 25 minutes. So it's just about 3 times as long. So that kind of adds up. I'm kind of interested in seeing if it finishes. That would be awesome. I've had lots of issues over the years with rendering this out, and yeah, when I've been doing, I'm waving goodbye now. See there. Have a nice day, I'm saying. I'm gonna be saying that in this video a little bit later, but yeah, it's done. There, I'm gone 100%. Now it uses a bit of time to save the file, about 3 point something gigabytes. It's gonna save it down to the, oh, okay, it actually said that it was complete there. So that is done. So let's see the files. Minimize that. Let's see. I already have the file that I had done. And then we have the B file. First one I did there. So there is like 10 kilobytes difference in the size of them. Don't know what that might be, but yeah, it works. Awesome. It takes 3 times as long, but as I just showed, the CPU is also 3 times as slow. So that adds up.
Okay, that was cool. That worked. Half of me wasn't expecting that. I thought I was going to be battling this, and maybe this would be the first of a few failing videos, but it almost worked the first time. There was that SCSI thing, and my data drive disappeared, but other than that, it did well. It even migrated the thing faster, probably because it's on 10 gigabit network. So yeah, that helps too. So yeah, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.